In this video, I'm going to show you how to inscribe a few different shapes inside of this circle. So I'm going to show you how to inscribe a regular hexagon. That means I'm going to have a regular hexagon that fits perfectly inside the circle with all the vertices touching. I'm going to show you how to inscribe an equilateral triangle, and I will show you how to inscribe a square. This is one of the easiest things I'm going to teach you. The first and most important step is to carefully size your compass to be the radius of the circle. Okay, so put the point of your compass at the center and resize it so your pencil is touching the edge of the circle. So that's the radius right there. All right? Now, once you have your compass to the correct size, you can just put a dot anywhere you want on the circle. That's going to be one of the vertices. So now we're just going to go around the circle. So put your compass at that first dot that you just put down and make a mark. Then move your compass to the mark you just made and make another mark. And you're just going to keep going around the circle till you get back to where you started from. So I'm going to put my compass at the mark I just made, and I'm going to make another mark. And you just repeat, repeat, repeat. Put your compass down at the new mark, make another mark, and it looks like we have space for one more mark because my original dot, that already counts as a mark. So I'm just going to make one more mark like this. So, including the dot, how many marks did we just make? 6. All right, that's a hexagon. All right, 6 vertices make a hexagon. So that's it. All we have to do is connect these 6 points with our straight edge, and that should be a regular hexagon. Okay, isn't it beautiful? Look at it. It's perfect. I'm an artist, and so are you. Any questions about that? Pretty easy, right? Now, the wonderful thing about inscribing a hexagon and then later inscribing an equilateral triangle is that it's the same exact process. So I'm going to do it faster this time because it's literally the same thing again. So make sure, just in case they got sneaky and changed the size of the circle on us. Is this the exact same size circle?
Yeah.
Okay, so just make sure your compass is still the radius. Just double check. Do the same thing we did before. All right, I'm just going to put a mark anywhere. And I'm going to do it really fast this time because we already did it. So I'm going to make a mark, and then jump and make another mark, and then jump to there and make another mark, and jump to there and make another mark, and then jump to there and make another mark. The only difference is how many vertices does a triangle have? Trace. Okay? There are 3 vertices, 3 angles make a triangle. So instead of I'm making a vertex at all 6 of these marks. We're going to do every other mark, and then that'll be 3. So I'm going to use the first dot that I put down, but then I'm going to skip a mark, and I'll put a dot at the next one, and then I'm going to skip a mark, and I'll put a dot at the next one. So by doing every other mark, now it will be a triangle, an equilateral triangle. Then that's it. Yes, it's just that easy. You too can draw an equilateral triangle with your compass and straight edge. Void where prohibited. Some restrictions apply. What have you been watching, my guy? That's right. Adult supervision required. All right. That's your equilateral triangle. Easy peasy. Now let's do the square. The square is not going to be the same process. It's just as easy, but it's a different process. Start by drawing a diameter. So you see, I'm just going to make it a little bit darker. We have the center right there. Just draw a line through the center of the circle. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm making mine sort of horizontal, but it didn't have to be. Okay, draw a line through the center. Now, that line, that diameter, is hitting the circle on either side, just like that. So now we're just going to draw the fish. Okay, the perpendicular fish. We're going to draw those overlapping arcs like we do. Remember, the key to drawing the perpendicular fish is make sure you go more than halfway, right? It was set to be at the radius. Don't draw the fish right now. You have to go bigger than the radius, and now draw the fish, perpendicular fish. Okay? So, I will draw a nice big arc like this. Okay, and then I'll draw another arc from the other side, like this. All right, and that's what I'm calling the perpendicular fish. So you can bet what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and draw the perpendicular line now through the perpendicular fish. Okay? Now, your square has to stay inside the circle. So I'm not going to come all the way up here to the top of the fish, but see the point where the line, the perpendicular line hits the circle? That's going to be a vertex of my square. So you can probably see the 4 corners of the square. Top, bottom, left, right. Now we draw the square. And that will be a square. All right, you might recognize it better if I turn it sideways. This is how you're used to looking at a square. You can see it now, can't you? All right, and that's it. So that is how you inscribe a regular hexagon, an equilateral triangle, and a square. Boom, a square inside of a circle. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Go ahead and click here in the red apple to watch the next video. Click in the green apple to subscribe, or click the yellow apple for the full playlist.